You can look. Princesa, shh. You can send you outside and a little. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about pigeons. They're smart, they're genius, and I'll let him telling his story. Go ahead. Your story. See that? Is that? Is that you? Yeah. Are you almost done? All righty. Right now, let's focus. Okay, let's tell your story. So the story of Google over here, this handsome boy. It was a doctor, a physician from one of the chiropractic locations here in Arizona, and he actually aware that what we do for the animals, and I guess my name is not everybody, but the majority of the closest relatives and family members and connections that we know. What I do besides making a living, right? And they contacted me, actually, he contacted me and they're fine. They react to anything. I'm just focusing, making sure things are okay. I always surprise them. So going back to how he found the pigeon, the in front of the office, there's a lot of people, of course, see pigeons everywhere, right? Arizona is consider nothing much, but they terminate them. Again, I'm gonna talk to you educational area, meaning they're good at and what they are useful for. In other word, not just helping people love them, enjoy their beauty, or you just want to help them, right? I mean, everybody everybody is have a little part of life in the cycle of life to do anything in life. For me, if I can save life, so that can a smile to a kid, a smile to a senior citizen. One example is my mother-in-law. She loved birds. And not just loving them, but what she said that she loves the beauty of them, how smart they can be. Because when she enjoys her yard, she sees what the birds, any wild bird can do. And just sharing like that. I was previously in a different career and then another career through life. You be guided differently. Uh, you push the button, kid. So we should be. I let them so you can see how when I do things, either they distract me, not distract me, but certain pets go a different direction depending what I'm doing in the moment. But it's part of we have to get used to, and then it takes practice to for the all of them socialize because otherwise what well that I don't consider as a zoo because zoo does different things, you know. I do one part of having helping animals is you won't see a profit. You're gonna see more than anything, but again, there's people that would like to contribute doing the complex, meaning just he's unsure he wants to go in his own little way, but you can fly and go fly. He has that option, but this unsure. And he actually teases dogs and he's in the bottom at the end, he doesn't do nothing, actually pretty good. Uh, I'm gonna show you over here. That's why show you what happens when the pigeon get close to dogs. See what he does? He doesn't remove him. Well, he's telling me no. I'll just hold you. Let's do that better then. Yes. When you're ready, you'll let me know, right? What about I just put you here and then we can just work together, okay? Stay. No, stay there. Just watch the window for me. Okay. So going back to how he came in front of the office of the physician, though he said he arrived and then they saw a little bird full of ants, and of course he contacted me, let me know, can you do it, or contacted my husband actually, and then I said, my husband told me, so I went right away. I arrived there like I just make sure I had already baby formula for bird. There's a different type of formula for birds. Knowing how old they were, some maybe older, depending. But his situation mainly was, he was a baby, so he needed to be fed. My mouth has how moms feed them. You know, or a lot of times just an emergency. There's little moms that can work as well. And after that, I looked at him, we look at each other, he comes in, it's the best time. And as well, the same with you when we fly outside, because he needs to exercise, not just being with me all day. And then this guy, I don't want to be out, but he chooses not to fly at all. And they're ready. When I know they're ready to fly because they're pretty fluffy, I am aware already what to see when I have to let them go, you know, live their nature just as all this freedom. Having a cage for me is not. It's not because a bird is talking or singing in the cage. Maybe in my experience, I get stress that animals go through losing their biting and then climbing around the cage. Like, well, I don't have videos of things, but they do. Image to go now. Okay, let me take him because a lot of times as well, dogs can be too loud and that irritates them. And okay, that's confidence. He's got this, I need to do things. He always busy, like he's busy. We at home can say, oh, we're so busy, right? But there's it makes a difference. They're choosing what to do. The which is finding meal. That's the job, to find meals, which what I love is like thank you. As well, somebody he does help me tell the dog quiet. There is a difference. I'm really focusing. He does get it. A lot of times he does understand that, hey, she's talking, listen, in a way that I understand him. Why I understand? Because the way what he flies, what he's trying to do around, depending what he needs to do. But he's a great helper. There's you know, I'll let the dogs do their thing. Everybody has they're not in a stressful mode, in a stressful environment, because he can be stressed at times, like when he's trying to fly. It's a normal thing. And then only one of the chihuahuas get like this all the time. It's like, why? You shouldn't be doing this. But then I let them know they have wings. They need to fly, and the dogs, the majority of the dogs already know cats that it's a bird. Nobody gets harmed in the house. Everybody needs to get along, and I'll say so he can. I want to show him a little bit and then finish up telling his story. But he once he grew up, I start training him so he can start flying, as the parents train them to do. But he was the ones like getting out of my place, and I kept I wasn't in contact with him only when I had to feed him. And the parents as well do that, but there's the majority of the time, you know, they protect the baby, covering the baby. I did similarities to have a little area that he goes. I call him a he. The only way to know who's he what. Getting blood work done. But you know what? It's not healthy. And to get examined by birth specialist, each has its own fee depending on what you want to do. Oh my, it's getting funny. It's okay. It's funny. You see, he's making a mess. No, listen. Okay, sure. My hair, you made my hair fun. Wait, there, let me fix my hair. So like same when he arrived, I kept the privacy on them to me, only when speaking. Hey, get on. You're gonna stay there? Okay. I'm here though. Come here. I'm gonna take it. Allison, when he comes back. I'm here. Fine. I'll let him. He's coming. Yeah. All right, let me take him inside his house because he has a bigger area. Okay, welcome. What? All right, sit down. Oh, a baby. So finish up with how he came to our location. The physician said there's a baby bird. I don't know if somebody left it there or a cat brought it in or it fall from the tree, because there's a lot of trees in that beautiful area. And then like a mini feather. Okay, and then of course I went and get the little guy through a couple weeks, feeding it with a special tube, which was this tube. Oh, it's important to have a little care kit. That way you put your stuff in there. And what's that? Okay, here's actually, let me tell you, there's a little, there's a couple things inside here, but I'll show you just briefly. This little tube was actually it was there's different sizes of those, which it goes through on the bottom, gets to the crop here, and then with slow motion and not too wet powder, and not powder, but with warm water, not too hot, not too cold, decent amount, and then as long as the baby is in a good temperature as well, not too cold, not too hot, and then so I mean, it's best to see a bird specialist if you find a bird, any type of bird. Have that list. Pretty soon I'll post a form so to see what bird, what specialist, just an example, cardiologist, bird specialist, and then veterinarian, regular veterinarian. There's a big list of different specialists that specialize in specific area. It's great to see a veterinarian, but a lot of times they're still going to refer you out to a specialist because they're mainly have focusing one specific animal, meaning bird, right? So but I went to school for it as well. I learned through my previous job as a veterinary assistant, but I started cleaning poop. Okay, and before getting into having my own rescue, I had to get it and volunteer years ago, volunteer to a nonprofit. It was a beautiful place. I got great experience to see if it's something that I can do or willing to do. I saw that there's a lot of, through that time, I did see a lot of people come and go, meaning volunteers, people not like just there, but not really want to do it. And people, there's going to be quite a bit of good people that willing to volunteer for no money, but they're giving their time to nonprofits, organizations that are trying to do something great. So for me, I can say when that time came in, I did. The only thing saw a few things blocking me was financially. I did not have nothing. You know, I still had to go to college. The reason I chose to go to college is really understanding the why, like why I need a degree in this area. But through time, I realized big difference versus not having one versus having one. So I'd rather have one. And there's times, because we do gonna change through the process depending what we're doing. There's gonna be changes completely that you're like, here, example, how I started as just building, I started just helping one stray dog. I actually started with a cat. Actually, I have the picture over here. She changed my world. She changed my world. That when most needed somebody, I've learned that it's me. And then life sends you animals to change your life. Either you accept it or not accept it, either do something good or bad good. But let me tell you, through that process of losing my mom, I saw bad things happen to the person that was doing the bad thing. And then through my life, I saw I was struggling, but something else came in the middle of that, and that just blew my mind. And at the end, I just want to sell. I mean, it's something that I never thought about money before. I just thought like, why people don't just do something good for animals? Like I mean, we take care of them, we take care of ourselves. But a lot of things I saw that made me just walk away from everything. But what kept me going, it was the animals. And I saw so much beauty in them that I see in other people that don't see. But I continue. And then after that, I think we found another dog in the street as well, pregnant, poor mother. Like it's heartbreaking every situation, but every situation we made the best of it. What we're gonna do next? Instead of feeling sorry, feeling bad, we did something about it. And after that, just on top of one or the other, I was like, I'm going to college for this. It was my road was totally, never heard anybody's story like mine. And that, but then there's also other story, but in a different form, different ways. And I love hearing those stories because there's a lot inside that story that can help you even triple your knowledge, your experience, and whatever you want to do will become in reality, because mine did. And going forward with this, just like in our life, it's best to have a little list of things, be prepared, even it's not gonna happen. With a bird, right? And then there's other things that I organized in case of anything. Sometimes we may not gonna ever use it. That's okay. I'd rather have it than not have it. Just an example, before I had before I got into getting college, I didn't know about the interest. I didn't know how much it's gonna pay after graduate, but after graduate, I figured it, I find out. But everything for me, I see everything's figurable, meaning we'll find something either way. If you really want it, eventually it will happen. And then having, just like life, having things prepared, then best than prepared. Just like when a bird comes in when a bird come in our rescue, a dog, a cat, a kitten, we have things, but it all took time. I invested in my college, I invested in myself, I continue investing in myself. Investing can mean many things for a person, but the main thing I've learned through this process is investing in me in the health side, because it is draining, it is exhausting. And there's times that it's so hard to go to sleep just thinking that baby next to you, it needs to be fed every 2 to 3 hours, checking, make sure the temperature is right, monitoring is so important. And that was my success in helping animals out of thousands that I helped. Probably the two two, I remember two that are right now in my brains. Yeah, I remember two I could not save. One, the fire department found two kittens. I mean, they were in the drain, they were drowning. They got a lot of water fluid in their lungs. So when they brought it up to the hospital, it was in a critical situation. But I took those kittens and I said, I'll take care of them. I'll be responsible on all the bills. So then she's sleeping right now, so I won't disturb her. Her brother did not make it. He had too much fluid in the lungs. It's already the one lung collapsed. So there was mild chance, but we tried. We tried, but her sister made it. It is heartbreaking because you're like doing all you can, you give all, and there's things that you may not be able to control. And one of her surviving, my nights were amazing. Still, I had to go to work. Still, I was taking her. That time was very crucial for me because I had a job. I as well have to feed myself, and I have a family, and I have more animals to feed. I took that responsibility that I didn't even thought about. I just did it. But then in the length of time, I realized that this is not enough money to cover this, and that. And it wasn't easy, but nothing. And I noticed that whatever it's not easy, you should do it. because that's when the challenge come in to become better and better and improve your lifestyle, depending what area, sometimes even in all areas. But one thing I did that I should have done, and I knew better. Sometimes we knew better. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was focusing on taking care of kitten. There's so many. And that's one of the reasons I speak up over about cats, like spay and neuter. There's plenty. You want a kitten, please go to the Humane Society. Please go to the county. And if not, reach out all the rescues out there, and caution with some rescues, because some rescues are they want to help, but not having enough money in a financial order, their finances in order, they're having more animals, but they don't see that, because I get it. Like, I was that person before, but through time I focus and sit down and look at my finances. And a lot of times it's who you surround yourself with. It's a huge thing. And gratefully, I was surrounded myself with great professionals that when I told them my story, what I want to do, because I did not trust everybody to tell them what I want to do in life, what else I want to do, because I saw two things. Some people may say, are you crazy? I got plenty crazy. And I'm like, nah, I know what the only thing is that will make you not believe other people calling you names or nicknames, whatever. I mean, some nicknames that are cute and adorable, but that's it. But some people will be telling you what reflects them. Other people will tell you their professional side of it and experiences. Some, they never had experience, but they're great in the financial area. That's who I listen to. Well, they're going to be great on the business side of it. I'm going to listen. And there's going to be other rescues that won't share how they started, or they're just going to ignore your phone calls. Because I had that. I'm the person going to ask you, hey, how did you do that? I would love to do that. So if I know I ask those questions, because other people won't ask, but then they want to know, I'll ask for you. I rather know something than not know something. And if I don't know something, I know somebody that will know. And that's kind of how my process went through, understanding that finance is the number one in every area, because that'll depend how you take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself very cheaply, meaning what food you're eating. I'd rather if you want to do something, do it for yourself, not care what other people says, what. Because what I did is, actually people was telling me, hey, you should take care of yourself, go for a vacation, go this and that. But my hungry wasn't vacation. For me, spending that $10,000 to go for a vacation, or even $1,000, let's start there. Even that $1,000 for me was painful. Because behind my back, I know that $1,000 I could buy food for $500. Even they're just gonna have a spoon of it. And that was, as I was thinking, what about this animal starving? And I'm the ones like, taking a break. But there's other ways to take a break. Like, we can just go hiking. You can just go to the park and bring your sandwiches, lunches, or just go somewhere and get a drive-through and enjoy life. Okay, so I went, woo! If you see this video, let me know, and anything I can help you with. We'll set a time, and we'll follow up. And if you want to learn something else, please let me know as well. There's more to come. This is my first video. I don't know what just happened, but something happened. Okay, you guys have a great day.